Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. This is going to be March releases I'm excited for. These are just the ones that I have heard of. There's probably so many other March releases that I haven't heard of. And so these are just March releases that I have heard of. On March 2nd, we have Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare, and this is the second book in the Last Hours trilogy. The first book being Chain of Gold, which I have a copy, but I'm too lazy to grab to hold up while explaining. But in Chain of Gold, we follow the Shadowhunters of London as two new Shadowhunter families are moving to London, and around the same time there is a mysterious illness that affects Shadowhunters, and that's really all I knew going into like Chain of Gold. That's literally all I knew. We follow the descendants of the characters in the Infernal Devices, so definitely would recommend reading the Infernal Devices before starting with the Last Hours. But I'm so excited for Chain of Iron. I have a signed tour edition, which I am literally so excited to get. I'm so excited for this. Out of all of these, this is what I'm most excited for because it's Cassandra Clare. I love Cassandra Clare. I am so excited for this. Also on March 2nd, we have Infinity Reaper by Silvera, which is the sequel to Infinity Sun, and in Infinity Sun we follow twins Emil and Brighton, and we are in this kind of contemporary fantasy New York setting where there's I think two different types of magic. I don't remember much about Infinity Sun. I read it last March, but and in Infinity Sun, Brighton wants powers. He has this YouTube channel where he talks about the people with powers and how all of that, and he really is just into his YouTube channel. And Emil just kind of is whatever, and when Emil gets powers, that kind of sets off the plot. And I did really like Infinity Sun, but a lot of it I've forgotten. Would definitely need to be doing a reread. I will definitely be doing a reread of Infinity Sun before Infinity Reaper, but I probably won't read Infinity Reaper for a little bit just to see what people are saying, because this is a series that I do like, but nothing wowed me. I definitely prefer Silvera's plain contemporary novels, but I do feel like Infinity Reaper does have the potential to be better than Infinity Sun, because it's over, I think it's 100 and some pages longer, so it has the ability to explain more. But yeah. On March 4th, we have Chaos and Destiny by Miranda, and this is the second book in the Fae Rising series. I don't know how many books it is, with the first book being Blood and Honor. And in Blood and Honor, we follow two characters. Don't ask me their names, I can't remember, but we follow our female character, who I can't remember the name of, after her family is slaughtered and she is running away from the people that killed her parents, as her mother's dying last breath was given, she was given a task by her mother with her final breaths. And then we follow a male character, again, can't remember the name, who is a half-fae, and half-faes are usually treated kind of like garbage, but because of his healing abilities, I think, he is allowed into the palace and works for the king, and when he ends up making a truth serum that works on the sea fae, he must keep that a secret and try to convince his mentor and the girl he likes to run away with him. That is a very bad explanation because I don't even remember the characters' names. I'm very interested in it. I know what happened. I remember what happened. I read this in December, but I just don't remember the characters' names. I think the girls starts with an A and the guys starts with a T, I think. And in Chaos and Destiny, our female character is now, I think, captured by the prince. think. I don't remember. I just plan on reading it when it comes out, like next month for sure. I don't know. Next we have Can't Take That Away by Stephen Salvatore, and this we follow a gender queer teen named Carrie, and they are interested in like singing and musicals and all of that. And when Carrie meets Chris, who is a singer and guitarist, who like makes Carrie feel like seen and like opinions heard, it's their friendship and Carrie deciding to apply for a role in a musical, and all of that. And it's just like, you rarely see books, or at least I haven't seen many books featuring like genderqueer teens or genderqueer people in general, and also this one is, it's like Carrie likes music and all of that, which I feel like is something that I'd like, and it's all of that. And on the 9th, I probably forgot to mention some dates before. On the 9th, we have Fragile Remedy by Maria Ingrande Mora, and this, I'm going to be honest, I've had an ARC of since February of last year, and I haven't read it. It was originally supposed to come out May of last year, I think, but then it got pushed back to March of this year, and I just kept on putting it off. But essentially we follow this character named Nate, who is a gem, which is a genetically engineered metatissue created by scientists as a cure for the elite from the fatal lung rot ravaging the population. And we follow Nate as he meets a boy named Reed, who kind of helps him do something. I don't know, really, this like description is so long, and I'm just like, there's so much that I don't understand in it, but it's like a sci-fi like queer novel. I don't really know much, but like I've had an ARC of this on NetGalley for like over a year, and I feel bad for not reading it before, but I do plan on trying to read this next month. It's not on my TBR, but it's on my TBR, and like, I don't know. I'll be leaving all of the books, like descriptions, like the book descriptions, like the book, I'll be putting all of the links to like the Goodreads of these books so you can read the descriptions, because I suck horribly at these. Also on March 9th, we have Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzales. And in this we follow a teenage girl named Darcy, who is running like a kind of like anonymous relationship service out of her locker at school, and somebody finds out that she's doing this. In exchange for keeping her secret, Darcy agrees to become like this person's like dating coach and all of that. And then our main character Darcy is bi, which I love, and I also believe that it's like a like male-female relationship, but the female is bi, so like I like that representation. I believe that's what it is. Don't quote me on that, but this I am just very interested in. It just like it just screams I like it. On March 9th, we have Fight for Her by Liz Plum, which I had an ARC of this and I've read it, so I can explain this really well. Fight for Her, we follow Scarlett Tucker, who is I think she's 17, and she is she's dating the like quarterback of the high school, and her life is seemingly perfect. Her dad owns a chains of like auto repair companies, so her family is loaded. And when she but when she starts to get close to the, like, seemingly bad boy, Elijah, everything kind of twists as she learns that he's not the bad boy that he, like, seems to be, and he's really misunderstood, and that causes events, I guess. I don't know how to explain this without, like, spoiling it, but this is a book that was originally on Wattpad, and I read it on Wattpad in 2018, and then again I think in 2019, and so it's really good to see this published because it is one of the, like, Wattpad stories that, like, got me liking Wattpad. There's, like, a few of them that got me into Wattpad, and most of them are finally published, so that's amazing. Next we have Lost in the Neverwoods by Aiden Thomas, and I don't really know much about this except it is a, like, Peter Pan retelling, and we have Wendy, whose two brothers go missing, and that's pretty much, like, all I know. Funny thing is, I don't know much about this, but I have a copy pre-ordered, but, like, I loved Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, so, like, I think Aiden Thomas has kind of become, like, an autobiography because, like, I don't know much besides what I explained about Lost in the Neverwoods, except that it's a Peter Pan retelling, and Wendy's two brothers went missing, and kind of, like, the town's maybe trying to figure out what happened, and then, like, I don't know much, but, like, I'm here. I'm gonna enjoy it, probably. Fingers crossed. Next we have Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the second, like, this is the second and final book in the, I think it's called the King of Scars duology. The first book being King of Scars, and in King of Scars, this is also the 7th book in the overall Grishaverse. And King of Scars is the kind of, like, 3rd series in the Grishaverse, where we follow, this is technically, this is maybe a little bit of spoilers for, like, Shadow and Bone, but we follow, King Nikolai of Ravka, as there is this, like, monster inside of him that takes over, and we're trying to get that monster to go away, essentially. And then we also follow Nina Zenek, who is a, like, Grisha who, how do I even explain this? Like, this is, again, this is, like, in theory, it's like the second, even just describing King of Scars is weird, because it's like the 6th book in a series, kind of, but, like, there's the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and then there's, like, the Six of Crows duology, and then there's this, and so it's hard to explain, but, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna, like, leave this here. I don't know what else to say, but I'm really excited for Rule of Wolves to kind of see where this, like, duology ends and what happens with these characters, especially with the ending of King of Scars, and just kind of see, like, I really hope that both Nina and Nikolai's, like, point of views converge, because they have been very separate. But if you want to read King of Scars or Rule of Wolves, you have to read the Shadow and Bone trilogy and then the Six of Crows duology for any of it to make sense. If you just jump in, it'll be like, I don't know what to do. So, like, Rule of Wolves, I'm excited. This comes out the 30th. Next, also on the 30th, we have Bone Criers Dawn by Kathryn Purdie, and this is the second and final book, I think, in, like, the Bone Grace series. The first being Bone Criers Moon, where we follow, like, 3 characters. We follow Elise, who is a Bone Crier, and Bone Criers are essentially the people that ferry the dead. And to become a, like, Bone Crier, like, to get to ferry the people off the dead, you have to have 3, like, I can't remember what they're called, but essentially you have to, like, have 3 things. Again, I can't remember what they're called, but, like, you kill 3 animals, you take their bones, and those help you get your abilities. And then you also have to kill your one true love. And when Elise goes to do this, and Elise does this, We also follow Sabine, who is Elise's best friend and is helping her on this like task. And then we have Bastien, who wants revenge against the Bone Criers for killing his father. So when he sees Elise on this like bridge trying to find, like, you have to do this thing to like find your soulmate, yada yada yada, he oversees her and kidnaps her, and we go from there. And I really liked Bone Criers Moon, Bone Criers Dawn. I'm so excited for. Again, I also have this pre-ordered. I also have Rule of Wolves pre-ordered. But that was a really bad description of that. Very bad, very long. I struggle at descriptions. And the final book that I'm interested in is The Accidental Apprentice by Amanda Foody. Amanda Foody is an author that I love. I loved what is the series called? The Shadow Game series by her, and this is her kind of like first middle grade book, and I actually know nothing about this, so let's read it. It's a middle grade, so let's just read this. I actually don't know. A boy who accidentally bonds with a magical beast must set off on an adventure in the mysterious woods. The last thing Barclay Thorne ever wanted was an adventure. Thankfully, as an apprentice to the town's mushroom farmer, Barclay needs only work hard, is that English, and follow the rules to one day become the head mushroom farmer himself. No danger required, but then Barclay accidentally breaks the town's most sacred rule. Never, ever, ever stray into the woods, for within the woods lurk vicious magical beasts. To Barclay's horror, he faces a fate far worse than being eaten. He unwittingly bonds with the beast and is run out of town by an angry mob. Determined to break this bond and return home, Barclay journeys to find the mysterious town of lore keepers, people who have also bonded with beasts and share their powers. But after making new friends, entering a dangerous apprenticeship exam, and even facing the legendary beast of the woods, Barclay must make a difficult choice: return to home and the rules he's always known, or embrace an adventure awaiting for him. And this is just like, it's gonna be a cute middle grade, I like sense. Like, again, I love what I've read by Amanda Foody this like so far, and this is going to eventually be part of a bigger like middle grade series. I'm not one for middle grade usually, but I feel like this I might like because it's also an author I know, so like, I don't know. So that was me talking about way too many books and all of that. If any of these interest you, let me know in the comments below, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, these are just the books that I'm interested in. Let me know what other books are being released in March, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye!